Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, good morning. It's Saturday morning. It's a little after 11 o'clock Pacific time. Nancy Pelosi fell down and fractured her hip the other day while in Germany. I think it was a commemoration of Battle of the Bulge, if I read that correctly. Had hip replacement surgery in Germany, is now on the mend. This is right after Mitch McConnell had another fall, and had a cut below his eye, and was back to work soon afterwards on top of previous falls he's had. Now, both of these Congress people are in their 80s. Things happen, falling incidents are much more dangerous as you get up there. Your bones are more brittle. You have less coordination. Your reaction times and your reflexes are slower. These things happen. I just did a reading on Mitch McConnell's fall, and then right afterwards Nancy Pelosi falls. So let's do just a general reading here on the spiritual meaning of these falls. I mean, you can look at it, just without even delving too deep. It's like the old guard is falling. They're stumbling, and we're starting to see them be replaced by younger members of Congress. Jim Thune in the, I believe is his name, in the Senate, and Hakeem Jeffries a couple years ago in the House. But I think it's also showing that the old way of doing things is also passing, and it's transitioning to a younger energy. So let's take a look at what's going on with these prominent. I mean, these are House leaders. Yeah, the former Senate Majority Leader and the former House Majority Leader, and now both minority leaders. Interesting enough, tripping and falling and hurting themselves. What's the meaning of all this? Okay, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. My deck is upside down. The Four of Wands. It's the exiting of an old age and the welcoming in of a new age of younger people with a younger message. And it's kind of their time of dominating their parties and dominating the political landscape is over. And you can't mess with Father Time. It's time. It's time to let go, time to hand over the reins to younger people. In the past, the Six of Cups, Nancy Pelosi has already done that. She's handed over her power to Hakeem Jeffries. Mitch McConnell, a lot slower in that regard. Previously, the power got handed over to a younger group of Democrats back, I believe, in the mid to late 80s, maybe early 90s. I'm not sure when that handoff happened. But there was a handoff, at least for the Democrats, a while ago. But the current Democrats never let go, which is why, Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi have been around forever. Dianne Feinstein was around forever. And, they had it handed to them. Father Time is saying, hey, it's your turn now to hand it back. Hand it to the next one. Judgment. They've had their time. You've got to listen. You can't ignore this. You can't ignore what needs to happen. Your time is over. You've had your day in the sun. You didn't get everything done that you wanted to do. Nobody wants to willingly give up power. But please note, Nancy Pelosi 2 years ago gave it up to Hakeem Jeffries. Joe Biden stopped running for re-election because he thought that it was harming the down ballot ticket. Nobody wants to be told the party's over. They want to party forever. But the party's over. And it's okay. You had your time. It's time to hand it over to the young people and let them have it. Now, is Kamala Harris and Tim Walz at age 59, are they truly young people? Not particularly. Not like, Gavin Newsom or was it was Andy Beshear? No, it wasn't Andy Beshear. It was the governor of Pennsylvania, whose name is eluding me right now. Hang on for a second. The beauty of a pause button in Google. Josh Shapiro, much younger. They're in their 40s. Pete Buttigieg. Those are truly the younger ones. Actually, if you really want to get to the younger ones, then you get down to AOC and folks. But certainly going from your 70s and your 80s down to your late 50s, early 60s is a step in the right direction, but they got to keep going with it. The Republicans, they don't like going young. The only place where they like going young is appointing federal judges, because then those judges can stay on for 50 years and keep the legacy going here. Nobody likes to be told to step down, but you know what? You got to step down. And it takes strength of character and strength to do that. To walk away from the party while you're still having fun, even though the party's over. It's hard to leave. The Democrats are doing a better job of it than the Republicans. Although, you can tip your hat to Mitch McConnell. He did hand over being the Senate Majority Leader to Thune. He actually did it while he was the Senate Minority Leader. And he didn't say, take backs after the Republicans purportedly won the 2024 election. Because now, Mitch McConnell, had he hung around as the Senate leader, would have been the majority leader again. But this might also be one of those things where if he's not, and there's no indication he wants to retire early. And the reading I did yesterday, he was even hinting he might hang around another 2 years and run for re-election. And I think he would do that simply because they want to lock in his Senate seat for another 2 years for this one and another 6 years after that. Remembering in Kentucky they changed the laws such that the governor, who's a Democrat currently, can't name his replacement. The governor basically has named a replacement that the Republicans choose. Isn't that convenient? Supermajority makes the rules to keep themselves as a supermajority. That's amazing. Somehow I think that's a court case that could be overturned. With an argument as simple as that. Because that's really what it's setting up. Is the supermajorities can set up supermajorities in perpetuity. This side of voting. And then they change the voting rules and voting laws so that it makes it nigh impossible to remove them from power. Okay. Well, both have sat down. What can we expect with let's look at the Democratic Party going forward. Will they continue to go younger? I guess is the way I want to go with it. This will be a short reading. Will the Democratic Party continue to go younger? Just a four-carder and we'll wrap this up. Ace of Wands. An action. A power move forward. A real opportunity. It's a good idea. Evaluating. Basically, right now, it's evaluating the talent that you've got. This is your DNA, your lineage, your ancestry, the old from the youth, and the King of Swords. There's that card again. Yeah, I think they will, and they're going to start doing it rather quickly, especially in areas where maybe they don't have control of like the state legislature. Just what I was describing, how in Kentucky, the supermajority of Republicans are dictating that you can only replace with Republicans. Democrats don't have a lot of places like that. So you need to get younger and more quickly. Can also be something like with the Supreme Court justices as well. Although I think at this point it's too late to have a Supreme Court justice step down and replace him with another one. I don't know if Chuck Schumer would have, we're only talking a month here, would have the time to get a new candidate approved, because the Republicans would do everything they could to stall it. And then purportedly, if Trump gets sworn in, then he would replace it with another ultra-conservative Supreme Court justice, and then they'd have a 7-2 majority on there. And Lord knows the damage that can happen from that. So I do believe the Democrats are going to continue to get younger, and we should see that pan out over time. And that's what's going to keep their party viable. The Republicans are just going to get older, and they're dying off. And the only reason why they're relevant is because they keep changing the rules where they can to put it heavily in their favor. That's what we're dealing with. All right. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. This reading is for entertainment purposes only, but I do hope you found it insightful, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.